What's up, yo? So we back at it again with another reaction. So I'm gonna start reacting to My Hero Academia, and yeah, hopefully it's. I'm gonna start reacting to, from the latest episode that they're uploading right now. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense for me to go all the way back and start from episode one because I've already watched all of them. So if you want to start watching from here, then here's your opportunity. Yeah. Anyways, with the previous episode, it was kind of like a filler episode, so I didn't really see too much into it. But then the episode before that, it was basically Hawks going into the basically infiltrating the um, villains base, and also I think there's two factions. So there's the anti-hero establishment. I think those are the villains, and then there's also the anti I don't know. There's two establishments, right? And basically, Hawks is like a undercover secret agent who's trying to infiltrate it to find out more details. So he can't actively go ahead and, you know, tell the heroes and everything why he's doing whatever he's doing because he's being monitored at a lot of times. However, the villains and the villain agency, it seems like they're up to some really shady shit. You know, we haven't heard too much about Dabi, and he looks so different. There was a scene of him like acting like a maniac, and that was very weird. And I wonder what his new quirk or what the hell he's actually doing. I don't read manga, so I'm not really like I wouldn't know. But I feel like it's some crazy shit, especially with the whole anti-hero faction and group having like over like tens and thousands, I think, or hundreds of thousands of members. Is going to be crazy. So I really want to see Deku use a lot of his new quirks. I want to see a lot of the Team 7, you know. Wait, not Team 7. I want to see a lot of the Class A and Class B and all the new up and coming heroes actually, do a lot of the things that they were practicing in the beginning of the season. So yeah, I'm very very keen for this episode. The episode name is Todoroki's Hellish Family, something along those lines. So yeah, uh, so let's get into it. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if there's any adjustments or modifications I need to make to the camera. But yeah, let's get into it. Mm-hmm. And one thing after like watching the whole Endeavor scene where he was saving a lot of people, like this guy actually has a good heart. Obviously, like it's kind of like looking at human beings. Like a lot of people are complex. You can't really just distinguish one person from good or bad. A lot of people are good, but they have bad. So Endeavor is one of those characters that have a really interesting storyline because he is a bad guy, but he's a hero. So those are contradictions. But let's go ahead. ナンバーワンヒーローの圧倒的な実力を思い知らされた。貴様ら3人の課題は経験で克服できる。 That is true, that is true. And I also want to see some new villains. I'd be very keen for that. Mm-hmm. Endeavor's agency. Oh, this guy's fast. I love the development of Deku. Like before, he used to be like he wasn't able to keep up with the rest of them, especially when they were like bursting out. He would actually have to just run using his like proper like non powers or like no quirk. But then now it's like super. Yeah, it's cool. He's actually keeping up with a lot of them. Still using cash. Who uses cash? If you use cash, then you need to start using card. I'll go back after patrol. I like her character design. She looks super cool. And never knows how to choose his stuff. But he's, yeah, Meta Liberation War. So that's what Hawks was. This is what Hulk was talking about in the previous episode, how they're trying to basically come after the establishment, essentially. Over 100,000. That's freaking crazy. Oh, she's super wholesome. He feels conflicted. Keep having the same dream. But I'm never at that dinner table. Hey, dreams do be telling you a lot about yourself. And if he's not at that table and he's just watching, then that's what his family probably thinks about him, you know? The happiness exists solely between them, not within him. So well that it hurts. It must be eating him up. Which is good. You never want to just keep dwelling on the past. Although, like, the past does dictate the present, you know? You can't reverse it. So the best thing you can do is try to fix it, you know? And I believe Endeavor embodies, like, what it is to really be a man with a bad past, you know? Not being able to open up and be vulnerable to the point where you can express that, you know, you're sorry or you regret a lot of things, you know? You do it indirectly, you know? And obviously with your behavior. So I believe that as the series progresses, then that's what it's going to ultimately lead to, hopefully, that he, you know, starts to begin that process of healing. Mm-hmm. And it's eating him up inside. But he doesn't know how to express those emotions. He doesn't know how to, like, actually feel sorrow. Mm-hmm. Big facts. And it became that. Indeed. Emergency. Or was he like dreaming that whole time? Now it's interesting because a lot of these portrayals of like situations in anime, I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, what if the heroes were like just late? Like what if they were like, oh, I hit a bird mid-flight or mid-run or whatever the case might be, and then those guys just like, bleh, they just died. It's just like interesting to see, like, it's always the last second. Always the last second. Good stuff. I like how much they're learning. This is this is going to be very beneficial for them because you need that type of hero style. I believe there's a great value in both. Like you have their All Might, which is like all smiles and all laughter and everything like that, and like serious at the same time. But he has his approach, and then you have Endeavor, which is like on some like a very pragmatic and calculated approach, and you need both of those as a hero. So I reckon this is very valuable for them. ガーデン。はじめまして、ショートがお世話になっております。姉の冬美です。この度はわざわざお招きいただき、ありがとうございます。遊泳体育祭のショートとの試合、テレビで見たわ。その件につきましては、お父さんに被害を加えてしまい、大変申し訳なく思っております。試合だからいいだろう、みどりや。なんでじゃの話聞きたくて。Oh, that looks so nice. Anime food always looks bomb as hell. Yeah, those were marinated. It's crispy. I think the reason why they're not resolving the conflict as of now is because they're very similar to one another. He's like a spitting image of Endeavor because he's not like he's very hard, solid, and like stuck in his ways. Even though I don't blame him, honestly, but he's very similar to Endeavor in the way he acts and embodies emotion. So, yeah. Oh. I feel this pain. I don't know. Leave it down in the comments. Is it selfish for him to do that? Because he's putting himself before everyone else, which I understand if you don't like Endeavor to that degree. However, you're siblings, So I understand why and where he's coming from, but at the same time, he's doing it at the sake of the whole relations between the family. So I don't know. I'm very mixed between that because it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Like make it make sense, I understand, but I don't think that's the way you should be carrying on out. I don't blame him for doing that, but I believe there's a better way of channeling what you feel towards Endeavor and maybe just staying even longer for the sake of your sister who's trying to patch and resolve things. But just being angry and just sitting down and just bottling up there, then you have a conversation. That is true. And I think that's very representative of a lot of people. We have all our past traumas and all of our past instances that we've dealt with. However, what are you going to do to get beyond that? Everyone has traumas, everyone has a past, but then what is your future, you know? And I believe that to always progress in life, you always have to be self-correcting yourself, which is why a lot of people go to therapy. And I believe that there's a lot of hurting within this family. However, I don't think there's a lot of healing. Mm. And it's crazy how the mom's still in the hospital.
元気にしていますか？寒い日が続いているので風邪をひいていないかと心配です。お、夏くん、冬美と一緒に暮らしたいです。もう絶対にあんなことにならないようお母さん頑張るね。
どうしたいか正直。
It makes me think, how long has the mom been confined within that place, you know? Like, has it been that traumatic to her? Because that's very saddening. Ever since that incident happened, she's been there, you know, and now she's only about to be discharged.
自分でもわからない。親父をどう思えばいいのか。まだ何も見えちゃいない。100万円ならセンシティブなとこ見せんなや。まだあれもらってるけ。
あ、いけない。ごめんなさい。つい。
僕たち轟くんから事情は伺ってます。
Hey, yo, Bakugo's right. That's big facts, though. You invite someone over for dinner, you don't be talking about all this stuff.
お父さんのことが本当に大嫌いなら許せないでいいと思う。でも君はとても優しい人だから。
Mm-hmm.
そういう時間なんじゃないかな。
最近同じ夢を見る。妻と
And I have a theory, right? I don't read manga, but I have a theory that that son is Dabi because a lot of the previous episodes where Dabi meets Endeavor, there's been a lot of like innuendo and like low-key things that have been hinting towards like him being related to Endeavor or being a child of Endeavor. So
コラが楽しそうに食卓を囲んでいる。お前もいてほしかった。トウヤ。
I have a strong feeling. All right, that's the episode done. Yeah, okay. I have a strong feeling that Toya is Dabi. I have a really strong feeling because fire, flames, you know, constantly wanting to, constantly like every time a scene or every time something's involved with Endeavor, there's some sort of correlation or connection between them. So I have a very, very strong feeling that Dabi is Toya. So hopefully it gets elaborated on a little bit more. But yeah, so far this episode was really good in informing us and basically, you know, furthering the whole work study program between the high school and the agencies. So I am hoping that, no, I'm not hoping for the villains to pop up. That's bad to say, but I do want to see a lot of the skills cultivated by them from a lot of this training that they're doing with the agencies to be shown, you know. So yeah, that's really it for the episode. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.